Hey guys, I'm here in Kas, a seaside town along the Mediterranean coast in the southwestern part of Turkey. Hey guys, so I have just arrived in Kas, parked my car and now about to check into my hotel. So I am staying at the Dantel Butik Hotel. So it was quite a bit of climb, but this is my room. So it's a nice one bedroom with a nice bathroom area. And I chose the sea view. So let's see. Very beautiful. So I just settled down at my hotel and now the first order of business is having lunch. I still haven't eaten since the breakfast in Antalya, so I'm starving. So I am walking on the streets of Old Town Kas. It is such a charming town. It's a beautiful place even to just wander around because there's so many things to just see left and right. Very beautiful. So I haven't found my place to eat yet because the one I wanted to visit turned out to be closed or at least not open yet. I'm not sure what time they open, but it was like empty. So I made it to the Kas harbor. Lots of boats. So I made my round around Old Town and I ended up at this cafe corner restaurant because it has high reviews and it has one thing I saw on the menu that caught my eye, a seafood platter that's good for one person. Because when I was looking around, I saw most of the seafood platters were for two or it was super expensive. So I can't wait to try. I also asked if I can film them making the seafood platter in the kitchen. So we'll find out. So this is the entire menu they have, but I'm only doing the seafood platter because it's already kind of big. So here we have sea bass, some shrimps, and potato. And then here is, we're gonna have the calamari. The calamari was just put in, and then here the sizzle. Calamari is looking so good. I'm so excited. Guys, I'm so excited with this platter. So it has fried calamari, grilled shrimp, grilled sea bass, grilled potatoes, and a big salad here with some lemon. And they were so nice because they see me like filming all of this. They asked me what drink I wanted and I said white wine to go since I'm drinking seafood. So cheers! So I'm very excited with the calamari. Yes, I haven't had calamari during my trip in Turkey. So this would be the first one. So juicy, so fresh. And I like that the batter they gave, the use, isn't too thick and it doesn't overpower the squid. So now let's try the shrimp. It's small and plump, very juicy. It is a little over salted, but the grill taste is so good. So now let's try the sea bass. So tasty, so fresh. Perfectly cooked, it's not overcooked, it's not undercooked, like just the correct bite. And you can taste the flavor of the sea bass. And I like that they kept the skin intact because after grilling the skin, it has a crispiness to it. So they just brought out this sauce for the calamari. Let's try. I taste dill. There's dill, there's some walnuts, some mayonnaise. It's not a bad sauce. It's not the typical like tartar sauce, so I really appreciated that. It's actually like homemade sauce. However, since I'm not big on dill, I'm indifferent about it. Now let us try this big ass potato. Surprisingly, like the potato on its own has nice flavor already. And because of the grill, the skin became kind of crispy. Actually, the calamari sauce might be good with this. So the salad, there's carrots, I see onions and lettuce and cherry tomatoes and cucumber. What a great plate. Like, can't go wrong. 450 lira for all of this. Such a great meal. Highly recommend. You know, I enjoyed it so much when my plate is so clean. The only thing left are like the bones and leftover crumbs. Ending my meal with some Turkish tea to help me digest. Guys, that was such an amazing meal. Highly recommend. So now I'm walking around the old town again. It's almost sunset, so I'm looking forward to trying to find a nice sunset spot. Guys, I've made it to sunset in Kas and it is so beautiful watching the sunset on this beautiful seaside town. Hey guys, so I am now in the hunt for some nightlife. Walking down the old town and probably gonna head towards the harbor because I saw a lot of like bars and stuff there. Hopefully try to get some Turkish beers. That's something I haven't tried yet. I love how there's so many like random little alleyways here that you can go and then you'll just find something new. Like there's would be like a restaurant or a bar or a cafe. You don't know what you'll find. Pretty interesting. I just went through this alleyway and it's completely different. I haven't been to this part yet. It's so interesting. So I walked around and checked like different bars and stuff and I ended up with Frida Pub. It's got pretty good reviews and what caught my eye is that they have a 95 lira for all the beers. So it's an end of season special because like when I was looking at other places, most of the drinks are like over 100 lira. And they have some pretty good selection of beer, although it's mostly bottled, but that's pretty good that everything's 95 lira. So I have here the FS Special Series. So it's a Turkish beer and it would be my first Turkish beer in Turkey. And they also gave like an ice cold glass. You can even see the moist. Cheers guys. It's such a smooth beer. I'm actually very surprised. But it still has a nice flavor to it. Not too bitter, a little wheaty, a little malty, but very smooth. I'm actually very surprised. Love it. So I got here the Frida Mixed Basket. So it has sausage, spring roll, fried chicken, onion rings, and fries. Because I was doing beer and I haven't had fried food in a long time, I was kind of craving it. So this would just be perfect and hitting the spot like a pulutan. That was a huge fried basket. It's actually like good for 2 to 3 people. So I didn't end up finishing it, but it was good. Like if you wanted like some snacks with beer and they have really cheap beer. So the Frida Pub was a really good spot. The nightlife scene actually here would be really bustling during peak season. Now because it's winter, it's kind of quiet. But there was one particular bar that I found really busy. However, they only serve drinks and that's why I went to Frida Pub instead. But I'm really loving Kas so far. Like it feels so safe to walk around even at night. Like when I was in Antalya, I didn't really want to stay up so late because I didn't feel that safe. But here it feels really safe. And even though like rely heavily on tourism, you don't feel like it's a tourist trap. Like unlike being in like Istanbul where everyone's out to get tourists. Here the prices are still pretty good. The people don't try to like keep harassing you to do something. So really loving Kas so far. And even though they rely a lot on tourism, it still feels more like a local town than a tourist type of town. Unlike, let's say, like Goreme or a lot of the places in Cappadocia, they pretty much have become like a tourist town, and you can feel it once you get there. And even the prices here, it's way cheaper as well. For example, that seafood platter for 450 for all of that, that would have been way more expensive in like Cappadocia. Good morning, guys. So today I'm on the lookout for some breakfast because my hotel doesn't come with breakfast. So now I'm wandering the streets and found this like bread and pastry shop. I can't wait to try if they have some good breakfast and Turkish coffee. So that is meat borek right there. And it just freshly came out of the oven, so I can't wait to try. Guys, I'm so excited. So this right here will be my breakfast. So I have the meat borek and obviously starting the day with some Turkish coffee. Let's try. Steaming hot, look at that. It's so flaky and then so crispy on the outside, moist on the inside. The meat is still piping hot. So good. I'm so happy I saw them like take that fresh batch out of the oven because I was already like looking at the ones that are already on the counter. Let's try the Turkish coffee. Smells so good. I normally don't get sugar with my Turkish coffee, so this one, because I didn't want to start like with sweet in the morning. So this is just plain without sugar. This hits the spot. Check out how flaky this is. That was such a delicious breakfast. I highly recommend. I'm here at the Andifli Theater, an ancient theater located around 500 meters from the old town. So let's see the view from the top. I'm going to be climbing these stairs. Guys, it's so beautiful up top. You get the whole view of the theater along with the beautiful views of Kas. Hey guys, so Kas is very known for its beaches because of its very clear turquoise colors. So I am here at the small pebble beach. It's one of the best public beaches here in Kas. I've been walking quite a bit, I'm kind of sweaty, and now I've built up an appetite. Can't wait to try some doner. I'm here at Caravan Ide and Doner shop. Can't wait to try some of their doner. So that's the prices here. Guys, so they're letting me slice the doner meat. It's gonna be my first time. Okay. I clearly didn't do a good job because you're supposed to cut it thin. So this is how they're doing it. Look how thin that is. Look at the master. Very thin slices. Guys, this is it. So excited. So I'm very surprised that you don't find a lot of meat doner places. So a lot of the doner places I've seen in Istanbul focus on chicken, whereas I'd rather have beef. So I'm glad when they have beef here too as an option, because I always pick beef over chicken, and even I find it's more juicier, more tastier in general. But chicken is normally cheaper than beef, so I understand that. I like that they grilled all sides so that it's going to be crispy and tasty. It's so good. The beef is like nice and thin, pretty juicy. I like that it's very marbled. So there are like marblings of fat with the beef that brings out more flavor when you bite into it. So juicy. There's like fries, lettuce, tomato, and onions. And the wrap is pretty good too. Like you can see that it's stuffed inside. Definitely get the 120 grams because you would have a better balance of the beef to everything else ratio. I feel like if you get 100 grams, you might not get a lot of the beef flavor. I'm really loving all the local spots here in Kas so far. It's like you can't go wrong wherever you look. Everything's like local, reasonably priced, and you know, like even the locals actually come here to eat. Guys, that hit the spot after all the walking I did. And it was so cool of them to offer to let me try slicing into the doner. Highly recommend checking this out, especially if you want to try slicing into the doner yourself. It was pretty fun and learning as well because I wasn't sure what to do. I thought I was just using the knife. It turns out you also use that wooden thing so that the rotisserie doesn't move. How do you do it? Wait, here? Oh no. Wait. How? What's the correct way to do it? Oh, okay. Okay. So it is my last night in Kas. I didn't get to do much in the afternoon. Initially, I already packed up so that I can walk to the beach and enjoy the beach because the weather was nice when I was there for content. And then while I was walking, I noticed the clouds were really dark. And then it started drizzling, so I went back to my hotel. And now it's still kind of dark. Look at that cloud. That's very ominous. So now I'm just back in the marina trying to look for dinner. I think I want to eat somewhere at least like near the marina so I have beautiful views of the boats and hopefully get some sunset if the clouds go away. That'll make it a fun night for me. Okay, I spotted one called Marina Restaurant Cafe which has a nice deal showing from the outside the restaurant. So I think I'm gonna check that out. So look at this, it's like grilled sea bream, salad and chips for 270 lira. Beer and chips for 100, so I might do both. This is the full menu. So it's a nice cozy patio they have. I like that it's also covered patio. Since it's kind of drizzling, at least I'm covered so that I don't need to be indoor because I want to see the marina and the harbor and the sun setting. I'll probably be doing both so that I have beer to enjoy on my last night. So one thing you will find out in Turkey in general, it's cats galore everywhere. There's also some dogs, a lot of dogs, but there are more cats than dogs. And the cats are everywhere, even in restaurants. They're like looking for food, begging for food. You have the Puss in Boots look for you. I remember when I was in Frida last night, a lot of those cats were actually like trying to jump onto the table to get some food. And there were like 4 or 5 cats roaming around different tables. So they do give some complimentary bread. So one thing I learned in Turkey is that any leftover bread, they actually give it to the cats. So it turns out they don't have draft beer anymore, which is weird because that was the first thing I asked about the beer special. Like, is it draft? Is it bottled? And then he said it's draft. And then now that I'm seated, they tell me, oh, draft is done. I'm really enjoying this winter season in Kas. I know it's more quiet compared to probably summer where it's crazy busy, but I think that's also why I'm loving this first time because I'm not a big fan of like super crowded places, and this gave me a good glimpse of what it's like in a normal quiet season. It's so charming. I'm loving the views. The locals are nice. The food and drinks are amazing. The atmosphere is really great. So loving it. It's very walkable as well, so I pretty much walked the entire time. The local streets are kind of a little too scary for me to drive. I can still drive it, but like since everything's kind of walkable anyway, I figured I might as well put my steps in since I eat a lot too. But Kas has been such a nice like relaxing getaway for me. I'm curious what it's like in the summer, so maybe I'll come back. Guys, it's here. So for 270 lira, you get the sea bream, salad, and fries. Such a great deal. On top of that, you get this wonderful view. Let's try the fries. It looks very crispy. And I like, there's some sort of spices, so I'm curious to try. This is so good. They use some sort of like, kind of like Cajun, but more like the Turkish version. That is so good. I'm so sad they didn't have the draft beer because these fries would have been so good with beer. Let's do a fork test on the fish to see how tender this is. Oh. The fact that you can just flake it off with the fork, so good. Perfectly cooked, very juicy, nice amount of like salt to add flavor. And you taste the grill taste, so that's really good. So the corn has lettuce, carrot, and corn and tomato. See, the cat now wants to join me. So I've been holding back on this because it's been kind of chilly weather-wise when I arrived in Turkey. But today has been exceptionally warm. So I think it's time for some Turkish ice cream. So Dondurma is known as Turkish ice cream, and what makes it unique is they use this resin called mastic, which makes the ice cream super duper sticky. And that's the one where you see in like viral videos like on Instagram or TikTok where the ice cream guy would like play tricks with the customer because the ice cream would always stick to the cone and the guy would try to catch the cone, but the ice cream guy can just like move it around. Let's see if he'll do that to me. How much is it?
30 lira. 30.
How many
One
scoops?
bowl.
One bowl.
One
Okay.
bowl, 30 lira.
How many flavors is that?
One scoop, 30 lira.
Oh, okay. So sadly, they said the show is only done during the summer, so it's off season now. So there's no show. I still got an ice cream, and I got walnut, which he said is like the top flavor, and then I also added like honey and almond. So 2 scoops, 60 lira, and he did let me like taste test, and it was delicious. See how sticky that is? So I got it from this place called Nodu Keimaras Dovme Dondurma. So it actually tastes very different from like ice cream or like gelato, like this one. It's very thick and very sticky, like it's like you're eating gummy ice cream. Very, very interesting. I just love this area where the ice cream store is because it's like a local gathering hole. You get to see all these locals just hanging out, drinking chai. Hey guys, so there's one more thing I want to do on my last night in Kas. So I heard there's like shot bars here, and it's basically like these drive-through windows where you can order a shot and then take the shot and then just go. So I'm trying to look for one, and then maybe I'll do one shot and then call it a night. Let's go. Guys, I think I spotted one shot bar at the Old House Cafe and Bar. Old House Shot Bar. So I finished my shot, and there were some locals at the shot bar as well, so I hanged out with them a little. The one guy was so nice, and he ended up treating me the shot. That was so nice of him. And he also like let me try his beer. And that's what I love about Kas. Like people are just so friendly. He just started talking to me even though like he had a hard time speaking in English. He still like wanted to talk to me, and we made sure like we understood each other. It was so much fun. So I was walking back to my hotel, and I passed by Corner Restaurant, and I saw the owners again, and we like greeted each other, and then they invited me to sit at the table and drink. So now I'm here drinking some chai. Hey guys, so now it's time to say goodbye to Kas. I really love this place, and let me know if I should check it out during the summer. In the meantime, I'll be driving around 3.5 hours for my next destination. So be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and watch this next video right here.